think it was, hey, but Joe Bonanno and the Sicilians were there and saying, and with the Sicilian Americans or Italian Americans saying, okay, great, you guys are going to give us, the heroin, you guys are going to refine it here, France and so forth. You guys are going to get it to us. We got 26 cities and we had it mapped out, right? I kind of alluded to that earlier. And I think Apalachin was going to be the cementing of that distribution network. Not to say we're not going to deal in drugs, but to say, okay, hey, San Jose, Cerrito family, you guys are going to get this. Lanza and San Fran, you guys are going to get that. And then we're going to kind of work out all the logistics of taking over. They kind of already control the heroin trade at that point, but I think they're going to formalize it based off that meeting in 57. I feel pretty strongly about that. I know it's all empiric evidence. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I mean, there's, you can make a convincing case, I think, that was so. Like I said, I wish we had a fly on the wall, you can put things together in sequence and think that one led to the other, but we don't really know.
True.
That's the problem. That's always the mystery in this stuff, and the challenge in putting these stories together.
Now, I've met different kind of authors. I have, or maybe academics. So, for example, one comes to mind, Antonio Nicasso is very big on the Italian scene, and he's a worldwide thought leader. I had him on the podcast, and he said something that really stuck out to me. He goes, I asked him who you were on dinner with. He said Matteo Massimo Denaro, which makes sense because he's a fugitive. But also, I'm like, well, don't you as part of your research and who you are? Because even me as a podcast, I get people always sending me message, some intel, that kind of stuff. I said, you don't get intel or you don't get debriefed or people don't reach out to you. He keeps it at arm distance, right? He just really likes to look at it from the pure academic sense to keep it arm distance. Where other people like to kind of get into the muck. Where do you land on that? Because you've been a successful writer, and I see both sides of it. Where did you kind of land in your career?
Well, I tried to talk to some of these people, knowing full well I'm going to get self-serving answers. And okay, that's your response to this, blah. Okay, all right. But I also, because with people like Costello and Genovese, they're dead.
Yeah.
I went back and I found their words in depositions, which were little noticed, and court proceedings, and interrogatories. And I was able to really sort of bring them alive a little bit in their own words.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay to talk to people.
Yeah.
The subject, but you got to realize, you're going to get their spin.
Yeah.
Some people don't like to get down and talk to these people for, they may feel they're being sullied or tainted, but usually at this stage in life, and people are just, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're not going to hurt you.
Correct.
And you also get perspective. You get, all these years that pass, and as the years go by, we get more information out of government files, out of court cases, out of recollections. Some of it's garbage, but some of it's good.
Yeah.
And you can put it into the tapestry. You can find a way to weave it in.
Yeah.
And some of it may open your eye.
It's a great point. Now, the last book we're going to cover